All right, in case you're not up on the international news of the day, Pentagon officials from Twitchy did not want to answer questions about U.S. buying fuel from the tallywhackers in Kabul. Weird how didn't Biden say that this is going to be the most upfront presidency in history or something, like diplomacy is back, and he said something about like they're not going to run from the media. It's like, Biden, when you ran, you had a lid like every day, and so far, well, now you're on vacation and wherever the hell you're going to vacation. So General Hank Taylor and John Kirby were stumbling with their answers when asked if U.S. military is buying aviation fuel from tallywhackers in Kabul. There's plenty of fuel sustainment capability at the airport. That's not really an answer. They refuse to deny that they're buying fuel from the bad guys. Question, how are you feeling your plans? Are you now in a position that you have to buy fuel from the enemy? The assets on the airport grounds are what we need. So that's a no, you're not buying fuel? There's plenty of fuel. That's not an answer, buddy. Ask twice if the United States is buying fuel for their cargo planes, C-17s, both which people love those planes who are in aviation. Love the general spokesman looked squirrely at each other, stammered, said, we have plenty of fuel at the airport, neither denied it. May thinks there has been a money transfer. Holy S, are you giving U.S. currency to the enemy? Yeah, this is... When you don't answer the question, you're answering the question. But really, what are they supposed to say? That their executive, the highest executive in the land, the buck stops with the president, the leader of everything in the United States, is suffering from health-related issues of being about 200 years old. Really, what are they going to say? They just look around at each other and go, why didn't you guys get the civilians out first? Can we pass this off to someone? No, you guys are behind in the hot seat. Doesn't the buck stop with y'all? Why didn't you get the civilians out first? How many civilians are there? Oh, that's another great question. How many American citizens are still stranded in Afghanistan? Press Secretary Kirby told Berman from CNN didn't know how many Americans were still trapped or whether those Americans would be able to get out. Seems like something you should know. Seems like you could have got them out earlier before you removed the military. Maybe get out the people without belt-fed or air-cooled belt-fed machine guns. Maybe get out the people who are defenseless before you get out the people who can defend them. Weird. It's weird that you wouldn't do that in order. But everything is going swimmingly now that Orange Man is out of the White House. Orange Man bad. But at least Biden's not sending mean tweets. It feels like this is clown world. Looks around. Yeah, this is kind of what clown world looks like. Okay, this video, I didn't want to just drop into sensationalism. There's a tendency, like, you see something like this to get a knee-jerk reaction. And God, I hate to defend Biden. I would want to make sure I have the absolute big picture on this before I jump to a conclusion. Someone said this on Gab, and even people on Gab who are very right-wing into conspiracies a little bit, they go, hey, we're going to have to see some sources for this. And it's like, all you have to do is go to DuckDuckGo. You DuckDuckGo Afghan women passing babies to soldiers. And it's like, oh, shit, it all comes up. So I want to make 100% sure that this isn't what I think it is, because I'm going to keep it with you, 100 with you. This brought tears to my eyes to see, when you see a mom who's willing to give up her kids, because that's the absolute worst case scenario. You want to pass on your genetic lineage to someone, anyone. There's no hope. It's absolutely hopeless. You're giving the kid away to someone else. So it's like, yeah, that's a knee-jerk reaction. It's like tears will come to your eyes when you watch these, when you read this news. Got to keep it, make sure it's really happening. Like, do they have plans? Is there some other plan to reunite those kids with the women? Or is this really as bad as it looks like? The women know that. Is it really this bad? So I don't know. Someone on Gab was going, oh, if this was true, the media would be covering it. Who controls the media? And are they, the people who control the media are the people who put Biden in power. The reason you see stuff on Twitter, Orange Man bad stuff will get 40,000 retweets, and this kind of stuff just won't. It just won't. So, I'd want to see. I mean, I would say you want to see some receipts. I don't know. This can't. I don't want to say it can't be as bad as what it seems. Because it can be as bad as it seems. People on Twitter are trying to defend this. They're going, "Oh well, at the border, Mexican kids were separated from their moms for a few minutes before they got reunited. They're kept in cages because they don't know if the adults that they're with are their legal parents or family members. They don't know if those kids are being kidnapped and smuggled. That's why they're separated from adults. The only thing you can do is say, oh, put them all in a camp together. What if the adults are abusing the kids? You don't know that they're their parents. They're separated so you can find out who they are. This is different. There's women in Afghanistan now. People in Afghanistan are being deleted and mutilated because some of the women had jobs. And so even some of their own family members were deleting them. But again, you got to see receipts before you like jump into an emotional response. I would want to see more on this, but it doesn't. It looks very, very bad that you're so desperate that you're willing to pass a kid across barbed wire. But again, like, just not jump into anything. I'm sure CNN is gonna like jump all over this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, this is kind of what it looks like. Better the child be an orphan in a strange land than in their own land where they do not expect to live, nor near their relatives. Reality must be something like that, it tells. People are being deleted in the street by the tallywhackers. So that's actually happening. And the administration's response to this, is unbelievably bad. It's like it's bad on purpose so you can flood Europe with migrants, which is what has been done over the past 20 years. Is globalists create a situation that is untenable, and so they tug at the heartstrings, and then you end up flooding Europe with migrants, and it's a demographic replacement plan to get control. There's actually a plan. I can't talk about it on YouTube, but they go, "Oh, it's conspiracy theory." No, it's actually happening. I mean, it's literally objectively actually happening, but nobody wants to talk about it because it's a wrong thing for YouTube. But this is a small channel. Yeah, this is unimaginably painful. I got to see more on this. I'm hoping that I'm hoping for the best would be that, oh, they're going to reunite. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, because the tallywhackers actually are deleting people, cutting off body parts, kind of removing the heads from their shoulders. And they're doing a bunch of other weird stuff like desecrating corpses after they're already gone. So, and there are reports of them going house to house because the tallywhacker guys have got to have wives. So if they're already married, well, you just delete the husband and take the wife if she's under a certain age. So I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, guys. Sorry to bring the bad news, but it's important to at least be aware of what's going on overseas.